Oh, Buster, you were talking about bad cooks? I got one that'll beat that story on bad cooks. It wasn't long after I came back from we ranched in Colorado. Bonnie and I moved to Colorado in 73, and we ranched up there for 30 years before we came back. But right when we came back and I went with spades, well, I was working with Tom Morehouse. He had a bunch of spade cows up there at a ranch northeast of Turkey. And the first night I was there, the cook quit and walked out of there. And so the next morning, Tom elected a guy named Peter Robbins, who was a model. He was a photographer of models from Dallas, and he had decided he wanted to be a photographer of cowboys. And why Tom thought that gave him credentials to cook, I have no idea. But he went to cooking. And after a couple of days, he didn't quit. We run him off. So when he left, we elected Tom to be the cook. And we happened to be branding the next morning at these pens called Badger's Nest. And that's where our wagon was. So we were right by the wagon where we were branding. About every 30 minutes, Tom would go over and stir a pot on what he was cooking. Come to find out, he was cooking beans, and we had light bread. That was our two-course meal, was beans and light bread. And when we quit and shut down to go eat, we had 10 plates. And I remember we'd go up to that pot of beans, and you'd put them on your plate, and when you'd pour them, it just sounded just like rocks hitting that plate. And boy, we were chewing on them. And nobody saying a word, but just chewing on those beans. And old Tom, he just as serious as could be. He looked up and he said, "You're not going to believe this, boys, but these beans will be even better tonight."